Good afternoon, everybody. It's Mr. Colley coming on to make sure you fully understand the assignment and everything is crystal clear. Now, your assignment today was to watch an 8-minute video clip on the first televised debate ever. This was the first time there was a presidential debate on American TV, okay? Now, this is going to change the landscape for politics forever, but let's just discuss this right now. Nixon and JFK. You've heard the expression that perception is reality, what's good optics, what's bad optics. JFK came to this debate very prepared. Number one, he hired movie producers to show him how to stand, how to angle himself. His wardrobe was specific so it wouldn't blend into the background where it would stand out. Nixon blended in. Nixon was sweating. Nixon didn't shave. Remember, perception is reality, okay? And the way you carry yourself, people are judging you before you even speak. Now, what are some of the issues? Let's see. Okay. Now, Nixon was on the defensive the whole time. When you're on the defensive during a debate, it's not a good thing, especially when you start sweating. When you start sweating and you're not standing correctly, it's a sign of weakness. It shows that you're not prepared or that you're not winning this debate. Let's go over the questions. Summarize how Nixon felt about American prestige abroad. When you're fighting a war like the Cold War that's been going on for years, and the Soviet Union has the ability to end the United States completely. They have nuclear weapons, okay? At any time they think that what happened during Pearl Harbor in World War II could happen any time by the Soviets. When you're under that type of threat and that type of preoccupied fear, you never want to tell the American people that everything is fine, everything is great, we're doing well, okay? So Nixon felt like everything was fine, that they were ahead, and Kennedy was the opposite. What JFK was saying was, no, we're not. They obviously put a satellite in outer space, and then Nixon was like, oh, we have color TV. And JFK is like, well, I think that, having the new science, which is, space exploration, is more important than a color TV. Nixon even went as far as saying that, we're doing well, we're on course, our science is fine, we're ahead of this, we're ahead of that. And JFK said in some parts in science we are, but in the new science at this time was space exploration, we were losing. Now, let's see, explain how JFK felt about science, education, and poverty. Well, education, he felt there wasn't equality in education. There was too many people living in poverty in this United States. Nixon said, no, we're okay. Let's see what else. Oh, which approach do you feel was more successful, Nixon's or JFK's? It's obvious, and this is an 8-minute clip. If you watch more of it, if you go on YouTube on your own and watch more of it, Nixon was getting beat up the whole time. And it seemed like JFK saying that we could do better, JFK saying that there's always room for improvement, is a better sell to the American people instead of saying, oh, we're fine, while the Soviet Union is bypassing us in space exploration. Based on your experience, is it more difficult to win a debate on the radio or through TV? Support your answer. I read about 15 or 20 so far, and it was good. You guys got it. Believe it or not, those who were listening on the radio, Nixon won. Those who watched it on TV, Nixon lost. Well, since this was a craze, it was the first time ever to see this, there were more Americans watching and it influenced more, okay? But it is harder to have a debate when you're in front of a camera versus on, over a radio, because no one saw on the radio. They didn't see Nixon sweating, uncomfortable, how he was dressed, how he was holding himself standing, stuff like that. Analyze this quote from JFK. This was the last one. Now, these questions were a little more in-depth, made you think a little bit more. That's why I'd rather give you 6 questions to make you think versus, I'll never overload you. Okay, so analyze this quote. Change is the law of life, and those who look only to the past or present are certain to miss the future. What is JFK suggesting, and how can we apply it to our current situation? It's very simple. He felt that America was standing still, that this wasn't America post-World War II, where Americans came back from the war, income tripled, houses, suburbs were being built, Levittown, etc. Luxury items were being bought, houses, pools. He felt that, and Nixon was basically helping him sell this idea that America was standing still. Nixon kept saying, we're fine, we're fine, we're fine. Well, if we're fine, that means there's no reason to grow. There's no reason to show improvement, okay? Now, JFK felt that now, more than ever, America has to pass the torch to a new generation, okay? He was talking about looking forward, looking to do things bigger. And you know what? No one likes change. We all resist change. For the last 3 weeks, all we've had was change, whether it be your home environment, obviously your school environment, okay? Now myself, everything has changed. As much as it's changed for you, it's changed for me. But struggle builds character. Change enables growth. You adapt, and you grow. And you have, okay? And guys, my living room is my classroom. Studio. My dining room is my classroom where I do my work. My wife teaches, gets ready for her 2nd grade class, and my son in the 4th grade does work. You adapt and you evolve. Okay, your bedroom now and your house is now your classroom. Okay, so this is a great quote because I think it does apply for what's going on now. Okay, so we all know that education moving forward will change. Right? This is a great way to experiment with that. Every day we're experimenting back and forth. You guys doing well. We have a nice start to the week. No complaints. Those who didn't do the assignment yet, still early. I know some of you, I had the luxury of speaking to some of you on Zoom yesterday. And I am aware that this is your 8 a.m., 9 a.m., okay? So let's get these assignments in after you have breakfast, all right? Guys, be well. I hope things are good for you. I hope you're adjusting. I hope you're coping as well as you can. We have some more students and parents joining today. Keep that coming, guys. We don't know how long this is going to be, but we'll take it one day at a time. And the more people that are exposed to this, I don't care what high school you are at, 11th grade, U.S. history, what parent wants to join it, whatever you want to do, at Mike's US. Have an amazing night. Take care. Be well. Stay safe. And I'll see you tomorrow.